My beloved friends, today we gather to explore a subject of immense power and beauty, the healing of the soul of a woman. Within every woman lies a reservoir of divine strength, creative energy, and infinite love. Yet in the trials of life, this divine essence sometimes becomes clouded with worry, sorrow, and doubt. Today I want to show you how, through the conscious and loving use of your mind, you can restore peace, joy, and a profound sense of purpose to your soul. You will learn that the soul is a reflection of the divine mind, and when aligned with love, gratitude, and faith, it becomes a source of endless healing. Beloved, let us begin by understanding the profound truth that lies within you, that sacred spark that is your very essence. Every woman carries within her a divine light, a creative power that is as infinite as the universe itself. Many times in the hustle and challenges of life, this truth becomes obscured, and a woman may forget her own sacred nature. Yet it is there, eternally present, waiting for recognition. I want you to know today, in the deepest recesses of your mind, that your soul is a direct reflection of the divine, and it is filled with beauty, wisdom, and infinite potential. You were never meant to be anything less than a vessel of love, a channel for peace, and a beacon of light to those around you. The moment you accept this truth, a great transformation begins to occur within your being, a gentle unfolding of the power that has always resided in you. When a woman realizes that she is a child of the infinite, she begins to see herself through the eyes of God. You begin to recognize that you are not defined by the past, by failures, by disappointments, or by the judgments of others. These are but fleeting shadows that do not touch the eternal truth of your being. Your essence, your soul, is untouched by time, unaltered by circumstances, and unaffected by limitation. It is as vast as the cosmos, as enduring as the stars, and as perfect as the love that created it. In recognizing this, you unlock the door to profound healing. You see, it is the mind that governs the soul. When the conscious mind acknowledges the divine within, the subconscious mind, which is the custodian of your inner world, begins to act in harmony with this truth. You are no longer a passive observer of your life. You become an active participant in the co-creation of your reality, and the universe responds to the vibration of divinity that you now consciously hold. I want you to imagine for a moment that within your heart lies a tiny flame, a spark of pure, radiant light. This is your divine self, the essence of God within you. Every thought you think, every word you speak, every emotion you feel either nourishes this flame or dims it. When you recognize the divine within, you begin to feed this light with thoughts of love, joy, gratitude, and faith. You begin to see yourself not as incomplete or inadequate, but as whole, perfect, and sufficient. The moment you fully embrace this truth, the mind begins to release all notions of limitation. Old fears, doubts, and self-condemnations begin to dissolve because they have no place in the reality of a woman who knows her own divinity. You start to affirm silently or aloud, I am a child of the infinite. I am a reflection of divine love. I am guided, protected, and blessed in every moment. And as you repeat these words, not merely with your lips, but with the full acceptance of your heart, the subconscious mind responds, adjusting your inner state, your emotions, and even the circumstances of your life to match this new recognition. Many women struggle with a sense of unworthiness or lack. They may believe that happiness, success, or peace is something outside themselves, something they must earn or wait for. But the moment you recognize the divine within, you understand that these things are not outside. They are already present within you. Happiness is not something to be sought. It is to be realized. Peace is not something to be gained. It is to be known. Love is not something to be earned. It is your natural state. You do not need to struggle, compete, or prove anything, for the divine spark within assures you that all is complete, whole, and harmonious. Every act of self-affirmation, every recognition of your own divine essence, strengthens this understanding, and soon your outer life begins to reflect the inner reality. Opportunities, joy, and loving connections flow effortlessly because you have aligned yourself with the truth of who you are. You may ask, how do I truly recognize this divinity within me? The answer is simple, yet profound. By stilling your mind, by turning your attention inward, and by listening to the whispers of the soul. meditation, prayer, and quiet contemplation are powerful tools that allow you to touch the eternal within yourself. When you enter this sacred inner space, you feel a calmness, a knowing, a certainty that surpasses all human understanding. You realize that you are never alone, that a divine presence surrounds and permeates you, guiding every step of your life. This realization is healing, for it removes the need for external validation and instills in you a self-sufficiency that is grounded in love and faith. Furthermore, recognizing the divine within enables a woman to navigate life's challenges with grace. When trials appear, instead of despairing or feeling defeated, she sees them as opportunities for growth, as steps in the journey of spiritual evolution. The divine spark within reminds her that she is never powerless, that every circumstance can be transformed through the use of her mind and alignment with truth. You can visualize this as a radiant light expanding from your heart, touching every part of your being, and extending outward to every area of your life. As this light grows, darkness, fear, and limitation fade away, leaving only clarity, confidence, and serenity. Beloved, never forget that your soul is a treasure beyond measure. It is not measured by what you achieve, what you possess, or how others perceive you. Its value is intrinsic, eternal, and absolute. When you recognize this, you awaken a deep sense of reverence for yourself, a love that is unconditional, and a courage that is invincible. You begin to treat yourself with the kindness and respect that the divine always intended. You forgive yourself for past mistakes. You release unnecessary guilt, and you open your heart to the limitless possibilities of life. As you continue to affirm, visualize, and meditate upon this truth, the healing of your soul becomes effortless. Your mind begins to operate in harmony with your higher self. Your body responds to the signals of peace and well-being, and your life unfolds with a sense of ease and joy that is unmistakable. You become a living testament to the power of recognizing the divine within, inspiring others simply by the way you live and love. Remember always that the divine essence within you is not conditional, not temporary, and not dependent on circumstances. It is always present, always perfect, always capable of infinite love and wisdom. Your recognition of this truth is the first and most powerful step toward healing, transformation, and fulfillment. Embrace it, cherish it, and allow it to radiate through every thought, word, and action. In this recognition, the soul is healed, the spirit is renewed, and a life of boundless joy and peace is yours to experience. Beloved, as we continue our journey of healing, it is essential to understand that the soul carries within it not only light and divinity, but also the imprints of past experiences. Many women, in the course of their lives, have encountered moments of sorrow, disappointment, and pain. These experiences, if clung to, can weigh heavily upon the spirit, obscuring the radiant light that lies within. It is for this reason that releasing past wounds becomes a vital step in the process of healing. The mind, when burdened by resentment, regret, or grief, becomes a prison, limiting the soul's capacity to experience joy, peace, and fulfillment. Yet, the moment you make the conscious decision to let go, a magnificent transformation begins to occur. Your soul is freed, your heart expands, and the divine energy within begins to flow unimpeded. Consider, for a moment, the nature of memory and emotion. When you recall an old hurt, your body and mind relive it, as if it were happening in the present. You may feel anger, sadness, fear, or even guilt. And these feelings, if nourished, accumulate like clouds that obscure the sun. But the sun has never ceased to shine. It is only the clouds that temporarily hide its light. In the same way, your inner divinity has never been diminished. It is simply the unhealed emotions that obscure its brilliance. The first step toward liberation is the conscious recognition that the past no longer defines you. It is a series of events, yes, but it holds no power over your present moment, unless you allow it. By understanding this, you take the first step toward releasing the weight that has long rested upon your soul. Forgiveness is the key that opens this door. When you forgive those who have hurt you, you are not condoning the actions or excusing the pain. Instead, you are making a sacred declaration of freedom. I will not allow this experience to limit my life or dim my light. This act of forgiveness is a gift not only to others, but most importantly, to yourself. It clears your energy, lightens your heart, and restores a sense of inner peace that has been absent. In your quiet moments, repeat to yourself, I forgive. I release. I am free. Say it with feeling, with sincerity, and with the deep knowing that the divine within you supports this liberation. Your subconscious mind responds immediately to such affirmations, rewriting old patterns and allowing new, life-affirming energies to flow into your being. Many women also carry within them wounds of self-blame and guilt. They may remember choices that they perceive as mistakes, actions that cause pain, or opportunities they feel they have missed. Yet the truth is, each of these experiences has contributed to the evolution of your soul. Nothing is wasted in the universe. Every event, every encounter, every challenge is a teacher, guiding you toward greater understanding and wisdom. When you release guilt, you acknowledge that you have learned, grown, and become stronger. You recognize that the past was necessary for your development, but it does not need to continue to limit your present or your future. By consciously forgiving yourself, by embracing the lessons of life, and by affirming your worth, you open the doors to profound healing. Visualization is powerful. To aid in this process, imagine a river flowing gently before you, clear and pure, carrying away all that no longer serves you. Place each memory, each regret, each hurtful experience into this river, and watch as it is carried far away. Visualize yourself standing by the river, feeling lighter with every passing moment, sensing your soul being cleansed and renewed. Feel the relief and freedom that arises when you let go. The subconscious mind, which responds readily to imagery and feeling, begins to align with this vision, transforming old emotional scars into sources of strength and wisdom. The more vividly you engage your imagination, the more powerful the healing becomes. For the mind cannot distinguish between the real and the vividly imagined when emotions are deeply felt. It is also essential to understand the law of cause and effect, the universal principle that everything we experience is connected to the thoughts we hold and the energy we emit. Holding on to past pain, resentment, or anger creates a pattern in the mind and body that continues to attract similar experiences. But the moment you release these patterns, you disrupt the cycle and create space for new positive experiences. When you declare your freedom from the past, when you choose peace over bitterness, joy over sorrow, and love over resentment, you are consciously shaping your life and inviting the universe to respond in kind. Prayer is another channel through which past wounds may be released. Speak to the divine within you, expressing your desire to heal, to forgive, and to be restored. Allow yourself to feel the presence of a loving force surrounding you, absorbing your pain and transforming it into light. The act of surrender, letting go of the need to control, to punish, or to dwell, is not a sign of weakness. It is a profound act of strength. When you surrender to the wisdom and love of the infinite, you align yourself with the highest good, and miracles of healing begin to unfold naturally. As you continue this practice of release, you will notice a remarkable change in your life. Your energy becomes lighter, your thoughts become clearer, and your heart becomes more receptive to joy, love, and abundance. Relationships improve as you carry less emotional baggage, and your soul shines with a renewed radiance that draws positive experiences effortlessly. You begin to see life not as a series of wounds and setbacks, but as a continuous unfolding of divine opportunity. You feel a deep connection to the eternal, a sense of purpose, and a confidence that nothing can diminish the light within you. Beloved, remember that healing is not an event, but a process. It unfolds gently, patiently, as you practice forgiveness, release, and affirmation. The wounds of the past may have left scars, but these scars are not signs of weakness. They are marks of survival, proof of growth, and reminders of the power of the human spirit to transcend suffering. By consciously choosing to release these wounds, you transform them into sources of strength, wisdom, and compassion. You discover that the pain of the past has been a teacher, and that your soul is now free to soar to greater heights of peace and fulfillment. In conclusion, releasing past wounds is the doorway to the healing of the soul. By forgiving others and yourself, by visualizing the release of old pain, by affirming your divine worth, and by surrendering to the love and wisdom of the infinite, You restore the natural harmony and radiance of your inner being. The soul of a woman, once burdened with memories of sorrow, becomes luminous, strong, and resilient. And as this light grows within, it flows outward, touching every area of life, bringing joy, peace, and love to all who encounter it. Trust this process, embrace it fully, and know that the divine within you is always guiding, protecting, and restoring you to wholeness. Beloved, the journey of healing the soul begins with one of the most transformative acts a woman can perform, the act of self-love. Many times women give so much of themselves to others, nurturing, supporting, and caring, that they forget the most essential recipient of their love is themselves. Yet it is only when a woman truly loves herself that she can fully experience the abundance of life and radiate that love outward to the world. Self-love is not selfishness. It is the recognition of the sacred divinity within you. It is the acknowledgement that your being, your soul, your mind, and your body are precious, worthy, and deserving of care, respect, and joy. When you cultivate self-love, you awaken the divine within, and the subconscious mind responds immediately, reshaping your inner world and transforming your outer reality. Imagine for a moment that your mind is a fertile garden. Every thought, every word, every emotion is a seed that you plant. If you plant seeds of self-criticism, doubt, and negativity, they grow into weeds that choke your joy, peace, and confidence. But when you plant seeds of love, affirmation, and appreciation for yourself, these seeds blossom into vibrant flowers of confidence, happiness, and inner harmony. Cultivating self-love means being aware of the seeds you are planting in your mind. It is choosing thoughts that nourish your spirit, words that uplift your soul, and actions that honor your being. Begin each day with affirmations such as, I love and accept myself exactly as I am. I am worthy of happiness and fulfillment. I am a child of the infinite, perfect in my own right. As you repeat these words, not merely with your lips, but with the full conviction of your heart, the subconscious mind accepts them as truth and begins to reshape your beliefs, your emotions, and your experiences in harmony with this reality. Many women struggle with feelings of unworthiness, often comparing themselves to others or measuring their value through external standards. Yet the truth is that your value is intrinsic. It is not dependent on appearance, accomplishments, or the approval of others. The divine within you is eternal, perfect, and complete. Recognizing this is the foundation of self-love. Begin to see yourself through the eyes of the infinite, to honor your strengths, your talents, your uniqueness. Embrace your body, your mind, and your soul as sacred instruments of life's purpose. As you cultivate this awareness, a profound shift occurs. Insecurity, doubt, and fear are replaced by confidence, clarity, and serenity. Self-love also involves nurturing your physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. The body is the temple of the soul, and caring for it is an expression of love. Eat nourishing foods, engage in gentle exercise, rest when needed, and speak kindly to yourself. Emotionally, allow yourself to experience feelings without judgment, offering compassion and understanding to your own heart. Spiritually, spend time in meditation, prayer, and contemplation, connecting with the divine presence within and around you. Each act of care, each moment of kindness toward yourself, strengthens the bond between your conscious mind and your subconscious, and gradually a state of holistic well-being emerges. The power of self-love is also reflected in the relationships you cultivate. When you love yourself, you set a standard for how others should treat you. You no longer accept disrespect, negativity, or mistreatment because you recognize your inherent worth. Your energy radiates confidence and self-respect, and the universe responds by attracting relationships and experiences that honor your value. Loving yourself does not isolate you. It empowers you to connect with others from a place of wholeness rather than need or lack. It allows your soul to give and receive love freely without fear or hesitation. It is essential to understand that cultivating self-love is a practice, not a destination. It requires patience, persistence, and daily attention. The mind has been conditioned over years to accept limiting beliefs, to doubt, to judge, and to criticize. Yet through consistent self-affirmation, visualization, and conscious choice, these old patterns are replaced with new, empowering beliefs. Visualize yourself surrounded by a golden light of love, warmth, and acceptance. Imagine this light filling every cell of your body, every thought in your mind, and every emotion in your heart. Feel the peace, joy, and security that arises as this divine light permeates your being. The subconscious mind embraces this vision and begins to manifest it in your daily life. Affirmations are particularly powerful when paired with feeling and belief. Simply repeating the words is not enough. The soul must feel them, accept them, and live them. Say to yourself, I am lovable. I am worthy. I am perfect in the eyes of God. I forgive myself for past mistakes, and I embrace my divine nature. I am a radiant being of light, capable of joy, success, and abundance. The more you engage your mind in these positive statements, the more deeply they imprint upon the subconscious, reshaping habits, thoughts, and emotional responses. Gradually, you begin to notice changes in the way you think, the way you act, and the way the world responds to you. Cultivating self-love also involves releasing judgment, criticism, and comparison. When you observe yourself with kindness rather than harshness, you create an environment within where growth and transformation can occur. The soul is healed when it is accepted fully, without condition. Remember that perfection is not required. Progress, awareness, and conscious choice are sufficient. Each time you catch yourself in self-criticism, gently redirect your thought to love, affirmation, and gratitude. In this way, you rewire your mind to recognize your divine essence and embrace it fully. Another profound aspect of self-love is honoring your own time, energy, and boundaries. To love yourself is to recognize your limits and to protect your inner peace. Say yes to what nourishes your soul and gently say no to what drains or diminishes you. By doing so, you create an inner environment of respect, security, and balance. Your soul begins to thrive in this environment, and your outer life reflects the abundance of love, joy, and harmony that you have cultivated within. Finally, understand that self-love is not a temporary state. It is a lifelong practice and a constant alignment with the divine truth within you. As you love yourself, your life transforms. Challenges are met with grace, relationships flourish, and your spirit radiates a light that touches all those around you. The soul of a woman who practices self-love is healed, vibrant, and radiant, drawing to her experiences and opportunities that reflect the beauty, worth, and divinity she recognizes in herself. Beloved, embrace this truth now. Self-love is your birthright, your natural state, and your gateway to healing. Treat yourself as the sacred being you are. Honor your journey and nurture your mind, body, and spirit with love and reverence. The more deeply you cultivate this love within, the more effortlessly your soul heals. Your mind grows strong, and your life unfolds in harmony with the divine plan. As you continue this practice, you will find a profound peace, joy, and confidence that radiates from within and influences every area of your life. You are, and always have been, a child of the infinite, worthy of all the love and blessings the universe has to offer. Beloved, as we journey deeper into the healing of the soul, it becomes essential to recognize and embrace the inner strength that resides within every woman. Often we look to the outside world for courage, confidence, and support, believing that circumstances or people must provide what we lack. Yet the truth, profound and eternal, is that the power we seek has always existed within us. The divine, which is the source of all life, resides in our very being, and it is this presence that gives rise to strength, resilience, and the ability to overcome every challenge. To embrace this inner strength is to acknowledge that you are not helpless, that you are never truly alone, and that the soul within you possesses a limitless capacity for growth, healing, and triumph. The first step toward embracing your inner strength is the conscious recognition that challenges are not punishments, but opportunities. Life, in all its complexity, presents experiences that test our patience, our faith, and our resilience. When a woman understands that every obstacle is a chance to strengthen the spirit, her perspective shifts. Instead of feeling victimized by circumstances, she begins to see herself as an active participant in the unfolding of her destiny. The subconscious mind, which governs your inner life and shapes your outer experiences, responds to this recognition by creating confidence, courage, and determination where there was once doubt or fear. You begin to say within yourself, I am capable, I am strong, I have within me all that I need to overcome and to thrive. As these words take root in your consciousness, they ripple outward, affecting every area of your life. Beloved, inner strength is not loud or brash. It is steady, calm, and unwavering. It is the quiet confidence that persists even in the face of adversity, the gentle assurance that no matter what happens, you will emerge whole and transformed. To cultivate this strength, you must learn to listen to the still small voice within, the voice of your soul. This voice speaks in whispers of intuition, moments of clarity, and subtle nudges that guide you toward what is right and true. By trusting this inner guidance, you align yourself with the divine currents of life, and strength flows naturally. The more you heed this voice, the more your confidence grows, for you realize that the wisdom you seek outside has always existed within. Often women underestimate the resilience they possess, believing that strength is measured by achievements, endurance, or the ability to face visible trials. Yet true strength is measured by the capacity to remain steadfast in the face of inner turmoil, to maintain faith in unseen outcomes, and to love oneself and others even when circumstances are challenging. It is the strength that rises from a clear mind, a peaceful heart, and a connection to the divine. When you affirm daily, I am guided by wisdom, I am strengthened by the divine, I have the courage to face every situation with grace, you awaken this inner power. Repetition combined with genuine belief impresses these truths upon the subconscious mind, which in turn transforms your thoughts, actions, and experiences to reflect the strength you now acknowledge. Inner strength is also intimately tied to self-reliance. When a woman learns to depend on her inner resources, she becomes less swayed by external circumstances or opinions. She recognizes that the power to respond, adapt, and flourish lies within her mind and spirit. External events may challenge her, but they cannot diminish the essence of her being. This realization brings freedom, confidence, and a profound sense of stability. It allows you to move through life with calm assurance, knowing that whatever occurs is an opportunity to demonstrate the strength that already exists within. Visualization is a powerful technique to strengthen the inner spirit. Imagine a radiant light at the center of your being, glowing with strength, courage, and vitality. See this light expanding, filling every part of your body, every thought in your mind, and every emotion in your heart. Feel the warmth and power of this light as it shields you from doubt, fear, and negativity. The subconscious mind accepts this image as truth, and gradually the outer circumstances of your life begin to reflect the inner reality of strength and resilience. Each day, spend a few moments in this visualization, and notice how challenges that once seemed overwhelming now appear manageable, even opportunities for growth. It is also important to remember that inner strength is not developed by ignoring vulnerability, but by embracing it. To be strong does not mean to be impervious to pain or emotion. It means to acknowledge your feelings, to confront them with honesty, and to transform them through the power of the mind. Every moment of difficulty contains within it a lesson, and every experience that tests your spirit has the potential to deepen your strength. By facing life with courage and trust in the divine within, you convert obstacles into stepping stones, and trials into triumphs. Affirmations and self-talk are critical tools in developing inner strength. Speak to yourself not as a victim of circumstances, but as a powerful being capable of transformation and guided by divine wisdom. Say within your heart, I am strong, I am capable, I am protected by the infinite power of the divine. Every challenge strengthens me, every experience elevates my soul. Repeat these statements with feeling, conviction, and faith, and allow them to penetrate deeply into your subconscious mind. Your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors will align with these affirmations, and you will notice a growing confidence, resilience, and poise emerging in your life. Beloved, embracing inner strength also means taking responsibility for your own happiness and peace. External events may trigger temporary discomfort, but the true power lies in your ability to choose your response. By consciously choosing love, faith, and courage, you reinforce your inner strength. You begin to see that you are not at the mercy of circumstances. You are a co-creator of your reality. This awareness brings liberation, serenity, and a deep sense of empowerment. Finally, understand that the divine presence within you is the ultimate source of your strength. You are never alone, for the infinite resides in your mind, your heart, and your soul. Trust this presence. Draw upon it daily and let it guide you through every trial and every moment of uncertainty. As you embrace this inner power, you will discover that obstacles become opportunities. Fear transforms into confidence, and every step of your journey is guided by the light of the divine. Your soul, once burdened by doubt or weakness, now radiates courage, resilience, and unwavering strength, inspiring not only your own life, but the lives of all those around you. Beloved, recognize this truth now. Your strength has always existed within you. By embracing it consciously, trusting it, and affirming it daily, you awaken a force that is unstoppable, healing, and divine. Let your inner strength shine, and watch as every aspect of your life transforms, reflecting the power, courage, and radiant light that reside in your soul. Beloved, one of the most profound tools for healing the soul and transforming life is the power of the subconscious mind. Within every woman lies a deep reservoir of wisdom, creativity, and infinite potential, and this treasure is accessed through the subconscious. Many people live their lives unaware of the immense influence that the subconscious exerts, believing that their circumstances, limitations, or external conditions define their reality. Yet the truth is far more empowering. The subconscious mind is a faithful servant of your conscious thoughts and beliefs, ready to manifest the reality you impress upon it. By learning to consciously connect with this inner power, a woman can heal old wounds, awaken her divine essence, and attract the life of joy, peace, and abundance she truly deserves. Consider for a moment the vastness of the subconscious mind. It is like an ocean, deep and immeasurable, holding within it the patterns, memories, and experiences that shape every thought, emotion, and action. Often the conscious mind is preoccupied with worry, doubt, or fleeting distractions. Yet the subconscious is always listening, always recording, and always responding to the beliefs that you hold, whether positive or negative. If a woman nurtures thoughts of limitation, fear, or inadequacy, these patterns become deeply embedded and manifest in her life. But when she consciously directs her mind toward truth, faith, and love, the subconscious responds with unwavering obedience, bringing forth experiences that reflect these higher ideals. This is the sacred power you hold within, the power to shape your life by your own inner thoughts and convictions. Connecting with the subconscious begins with awareness. Recognize that your inner mind is receptive, creative, and constantly working to fulfill the commands of your conscious beliefs. This recognition alone awakens a sense of responsibility and opportunity. You begin to understand that you are not passive in life. You are a co-creator, capable of transforming your experiences by aligning your thoughts and feelings with the divine presence within you. The subconscious mind does not reason, it does not question. It simply acts upon the instructions it receives. Therefore, the quality of your inner dialogue, the images you hold in your mind, and the affirmations you repeat are all vital tools in shaping the reality of your soul and your life. Affirmations are particularly powerful in connecting with the subconscious. When repeated with faith, feeling, and visualization, they bypass the critical conscious mind and penetrate directly into the subconscious, where they take root and begin to work. A woman may say silently or aloud, "My subconscious mind is a source of infinite wisdom, love, and guidance. I am healed, whole, and divinely protected. Every cell of my body, every thought in my mind, and every emotion in my heart is aligned with divine perfection." As she repeats these words, she is impressing upon the subconscious mind a pattern of wholeness, health, and divine connection. Gradually, the subconscious acts upon these beliefs, transforming the inner world and reflecting this transformation in the outer life. Visualization is another potent method to communicate with the subconscious mind. The mind responds more readily to vivid images and strong emotions than to mere words. A woman may close her eyes and imagine herself surrounded by a radiant light, a light that flows from the divine within and permeates every aspect of her being. She can see herself free from pain, anxiety, or limitation, living fully in joy, love, and abundance. As she imagines this scene, she must feel it deeply, sensing the emotions of gratitude, peace, and fulfillment, as if they are already present. The subconscious mind accepts this imagery as reality and works tirelessly to manifest it in her life. Repetition and consistent focus on these positive visualizations strengthen the connection, making transformation effortless and natural. Many women are unaware of how the subconscious stores past experiences, habits, and emotional patterns, and how these can influence present circumstances. Old fears, doubts, or limiting beliefs may seem insurmountable, yet the subconscious is always responsive to conscious guidance. By consciously choosing to replace negative patterns with empowering beliefs, a woman can reprogram her inner mind. For example, if she has carried a belief that she is unworthy or incapable, she can affirm instead, I am worthy of love, success, and joy. I am fully capable of achieving my highest potential. As these affirmations are repeated with feeling and belief, the subconscious mind accepts them and gradually releases the old limiting patterns, creating new pathways of thought and behavior that support healing, growth, and empowerment. Prayer, too, is a profound method of connecting with the subconscious. When a woman prays, she aligns her conscious mind with the infinite. In prayer, she expresses gratitude, seeks guidance, and surrenders her fears, knowing that the divine presence within her is always listening. The subconscious mind, aligned with this sacred communication, receives the impressions of faith, hope, and love, and works to manifest them in her life. A heartfelt prayer of healing, for example, impresses the mind with the certainty of wholeness, and the body and soul respond accordingly, restoring balance, peace, and vitality. It is essential to recognize that connecting with the subconscious is not a one-time event, but a daily practice. Each day presents opportunities to impress upon the mind positive beliefs, loving thoughts, and empowering images. Through meditation, prayer, visualization, and affirmations, a woman nurtures her connection to the vast inner power within her. Over time, this practice creates a deep sense of inner peace, confidence, and harmony. Challenges no longer shake her, for she understands that the inner mind, aligned with divine truth, is always capable of guiding her toward the highest good. Beloved, the subconscious mind also governs the emotional life of a woman. By consciously connecting with it, she can release old emotional wounds, dissolve fears, and cultivate joy, gratitude, and love. Each thought, each visualization, each affirmation is like a gentle stream flowing into the deep reservoir of the subconscious, washing away limitations and replenishing the soul with the essence of divine truth. Over time, the mind naturally begins to operate in harmony with love, faith, and divine intelligence, creating a life of ease, abundance, and radiant well-being. Finally, remember that the subconscious mind is your loyal servant, your ever-present guide, and your source of inner wisdom. By consciously impressing it with positive, loving, and divine thoughts, you awaken its power and allow it to work tirelessly on your behalf. The soul that learns to connect with this inner force experiences profound healing, unshakable peace, and limitless potential. The outer life, reflecting this inner reality, becomes abundant, joyful, and harmonious. Beloved, recognize now that the power to heal, to transform, and to thrive lies within you. Connect with your subconscious mind, nurture it with love and faith, and watch as the divine within orchestrates a life of perfect balance, radiant health, and infinite joy. Beloved, one of the greatest barriers to the healing of the soul and the fulfillment of one's highest potential is fear. Fear is a shadow that clouds the mind, distorts perception, and diminishes the light of the soul. Doubt, too, is a subtle thief of joy, quietly eroding confidence and limiting the expression of one's inner power. Yet the truth, eternal and unchanging, is that fear and doubt have no real existence outside the mind. They are creations of thought, illusions that vanish when confronted with the divine presence within. Every woman carries within her a wellspring of courage, wisdom, and faith, and by turning her attention inward, she can release these shadows and awaken the full brilliance of her soul. The first step in this process is recognition. Recognizing that fear and doubt are temporary conditions, not permanent states, and that they have no power over the divine essence within you. When fear arises, it often comes disguised as worry, hesitation, or uncertainty. You may feel anxious about the future, insecure about your abilities, or apprehensive about life's unknowns. Yet the subconscious mind, which governs your emotional and physical responses, cannot distinguish between a real threat and an imagined one. When fear is entertained, it is magnified in the subconscious and manifests in the body as tension, unease, or illness. But the same mind that creates fear also responds to faith, trust, and affirmation. By consciously choosing to release fear, you impress upon the subconscious the certainty of safety, peace, and divine protection. Repeat silently or aloud, I am safe, I am protected. Divine wisdom guides me in every moment. Fear has no power over me. As these words take root in the mind, the subconscious begins to dissolve the patterns of fear, replacing them with confidence, clarity, and courage. Doubt operates similarly, often undermining the mind's trust in itself and in the divine. It whispers that you are unworthy, incapable, or unprepared. Doubt clouds judgment and slows the flow of creative energy from the subconscious. Yet the soul within knows the truth. You are always capable, always guided, and always supported by the infinite power of the divine. By affirming this truth, you release the chains of doubt and awaken faith. Say with conviction, I trust the guidance of the infinite. I am capable of every good thing. My mind is clear, my heart is strong, and my soul is fearless. These words, spoken with feeling and belief, impress upon the subconscious mind a new pattern of thought, one that supports courage, creativity, and divine alignment. Visualization is a powerful tool in the release of fear and doubt. Imagine yourself standing in a place of perfect safety, surrounded by a radiant, protective light. Feel this light flowing through your entire being, dissolving tension, worry, and anxiety. Picture every fear being lifted from your mind and body, carried away by the light until it vanishes completely. The subconscious mind, deeply receptive to vivid imagery, accepts this vision as reality. Over time, repeated visualization of safety, courage, and confidence retrains the mind so that fear and doubt no longer dominate your thoughts or influence your actions. Prayer, too, is an essential means of releasing fear and doubt. Speak to the divine within you, expressing your desire for peace, courage, and faith. Allow yourself to surrender all uncertainty, trusting that the infinite presence within knows the path and provides for every need. When you release control and place your trust in this divine intelligence, the subconscious mind responds, calming the emotions and aligning your thoughts with the wisdom of the universe. Feel the relief, the lightness, and the serenity that comes with surrender. Each prayer strengthens your inner connection, gradually erasing the shadows of fear and doubt. It is also important to understand the law of belief. Whatever you believe deeply is what your subconscious will bring into manifestation. Fear and doubt are simply beliefs that have been repeated often enough to take root. By consciously replacing them with affirmations of faith, courage, and divine protection, you reprogram the subconscious to reflect a new reality. Begin each day by repeating empowering statements. I am fearless. I am guided. I am divinely protected. My life unfolds in harmony with divine wisdom. Let these affirmations saturate your mind and heart, and notice how the outer circumstances begin to align with this inner state of assurance. Beloved, releasing fear does not mean that challenges will vanish or that life will always be effortless. It means that you approach every situation with calm, trust, and confidence in the divine presence within. You recognize that the infinite is always with you, guiding, protecting, and providing for your highest good. When fear appears, acknowledge it, face it, and gently replace it with faith. Doubt, too, is replaced by the certainty of your divine connection and the knowledge that every need, every problem, and every opportunity is under the guidance of a higher intelligence. The body responds to the release of fear and doubt as well. Tension eases, energy flows freely, and vitality is restored. The mind, once clouded by worry, becomes clear and focused. Decisions are made with confidence, and actions are taken with grace and wisdom. Your soul, freed from the burden of negativity, radiates light and attracts positive experiences, people, and opportunities. In this state, healing becomes effortless, joy becomes natural, and life unfolds in harmony with your divine essence. Another key to releasing fear and doubt is gratitude. When a woman turns her attention to what is already good in her life, the mind shifts from a focus on lack and worry to one of abundance and trust. Gratitude, when felt deeply, dissolves the shadows of fear, replacing them with appreciation faith, and inner peace. Daily, acknowledge the blessings in your life, both large and small, and allow this awareness to strengthen your trust in the benevolent guidance of the universe. Finally, remember that courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to move forward in spite of it. By connecting with the divine presence within, by affirming your strength, by visualizing safety and abundance, and by practicing daily trust and gratitude, you cultivate a fearless soul. You awaken the power that has always been within you, the power to overcome, to heal, and to flourish. Fear and doubt, once formidable, now dissolve before the light of your faith, and you step into a life of freedom, confidence, and divine alignment. Beloved, understand this now. Fear and doubt are but illusions, powerless against the truth of your divine essence. As you release them consciously, your soul is healed, your mind is clear, and your life becomes a reflection of the courage, peace, and joy that reside within. Trust in this process, practice it daily, and allow the infinite power of the divine within to guide you. Your life, once shadowed by uncertainty, is now illuminated by faith, assurance, and the radiant strength of a soul free from fear. Beloved, the soul of a woman thrives when her emotional life is nurtured and cared for. Her emotions are the language through which the soul expresses its needs, desires, and deepest truths. Too often, women suppress feelings, deny their own inner experiences, or allow the stresses of life to dominate their hearts, forgetting that emotional wellness is essential for healing and for the full expression of their divine potential. Emotional wellness is not merely the absence of negative feelings, it is the conscious cultivation of inner balance, peace, and harmony. When a woman learns to nurture her emotions, she aligns herself with the divine presence within, and her life becomes a reflection of love, serenity, and joy. The first step in nurturing emotional wellness is acknowledgement. Every feeling, whether it be joy, sorrow, fear, or anger, is a signal from the soul, a guidepost indicating what requires attention, understanding, or release. By becoming aware of your emotions without judgment, you honor your inner self and allow the natural processes of healing to begin. To deny or suppress feelings is to obstruct the flow of energy within, creating tension, confusion, and even physical discomfort. Yet when you embrace your emotions with compassion and understanding, you provide a safe and nurturing space for the soul to grow and transform. Begin each day with the intention: I acknowledge my feelings. I honor my emotions. I nurture my soul with love and understanding. As you affirm these truths, your subconscious mind responds, strengthening the pathways of emotional balance and resilience. Self-expression is a vital aspect of emotional wellness. A woman must allow herself to express her feelings freely, whether through conversation, creative endeavors, journaling, or other forms of release. Bottled-up emotions, over time, manifest as stress, anxiety, or dis-ease, creating obstacles to both spiritual and physical health. By expressing feelings constructively, you release stagnant energy, clarify your inner state, and invite the flow of peace and harmony into your being. Each act of honest expression is a declaration of self-respect and an affirmation of the divine within. Forgiveness plays a central role in nurturing emotional wellness. Holding on to resentment, anger, or past grievances creates internal friction that disturbs the mind, body, and soul. When a woman forgives herself and others, she liberates her heart from unnecessary suffering, restoring balance and serenity. Forgiveness is not a sign of weakness. It is the courageous act of reclaiming your emotional power. Repeat often: I forgive. I release all resentment and anger. I choose peace and harmony within. As you impress this truth upon your subconscious mind, it manifests outwardly in your behavior, relationships, and life circumstances, creating a sense of freedom that cannot be measured. Visualization is a powerful technique for cultivating emotional wellness. Picture your heart as a radiant center of light, glowing with warmth, love, and calm. Imagine each negative emotion as a shadow that is dissolved by this light, leaving only clarity, serenity, and feel the peace spreading through your body, touching every thought, every cell, and every emotion. Visualization impresses the subconscious mind, which governs your emotional responses, and gradually transforms habitual patterns of reactivity into patterns of calm, centeredness, and harmony. Over time, the mind automatically gravitates toward peace and balance, and emotions are experienced without turmoil or distress. Affirmation is equally essential in nurturing emotional wellness. By consciously choosing empowering statements, a woman directs her subconscious to align with emotional balance and well-being. Say silently or aloud, I am calm, I am at peace. I release all fear, anger, and sadness. I embrace joy, love, and serenity in every moment. Repeat these affirmations with feeling, conviction, and trust, and allow them to become the dominant vibrations in your mind and heart. The subconscious, ever obedient, aligns your inner state with these truths, and gradually your life reflects the emotional wellness you now cultivate. Gratitude is a potent tool for emotional balance. By turning your attention to what is already good, loving, and nurturing in your life, you shift your emotional focus from lack or worry to abundance and appreciation. Make a daily practice of acknowledging blessings, both large and small. Gratitude floods the mind and heart with positive energy, dissolving feelings of resentment, fear, or sadness, and replacing them with joy, hope, and inner peace. The more consistently you practice gratitude, the more effortless emotional wellness becomes, as the soul naturally gravitates toward harmony and contentment. Mindfulness is another critical component. Being fully present with your emotions without being overwhelmed or reactive allows you to observe them objectively and to respond consciously. When you notice a feeling arise, pause and ask yourself, what is this feeling telling me? What message does it carry for my soul? By approaching your emotions with curiosity and compassion, you cultivate clarity and wisdom. Over time, this practice strengthens emotional resilience, allowing you to navigate life's challenges with grace, balance, and poise. Connection with the divine is at the heart of emotional wellness. Through prayer, meditation, or quiet reflection, you draw upon a source of infinite love and guidance that calms the turbulent waves of the mind and heart. The divine presence within reassures you, strengthens you, and restores equilibrium. Each time you feel overwhelmed, turn inward, breathe deeply, and affirm, I am guided by divine wisdom. I am surrounded by love. I am at peace. The subconscious mind, aligned with these truths, transforms the emotional landscape, replacing anxiety, fear, or sadness with serenity, confidence, and trust. Finally, nurturing emotional wellness requires patience, consistency, and self-compassion. Healing and transformation do not occur instantly. They unfold gradually as the mind and soul are gently guided toward balance. Each step, each moment of self-care, each act of love and forgiveness contributes to a growing sense of emotional strength and harmony. Over time, the soul of a woman becomes radiant, resilient, and joyful, fully aligned with the divine presence within and capable of navigating life with serenity, grace, and love. Beloved, understand this now. Your emotional wellness is a reflection of your connection with the divine, your self-awareness, and your conscious choice to nurture your heart. As you embrace your feelings, express yourself freely, forgive, visualize, affirm, practice gratitude, and connect with the infinite, your soul heals. Emotional turbulence transforms into calm, fear becomes replaced by confidence, and the mind is imbued with clarity and peace. This is the power of nurturing your emotional wellness, a power that restores the soul, enriches your life, and allows your divine light to shine brightly for all the world to see. Beloved, the soul of a woman flourishes most when it is nourished by faith and illuminated by positivity. Faith is the divine current that flows through the mind and heart, connecting you to the infinite intelligence, love, and wisdom of the universe. Positivity is the conscious choice to perceive life through the lens of hope, joy, and expectation of good. Together, faith and positivity create a fountain for emotional, spiritual, and physical healing, for they align the conscious and subconscious mind with the divine power that resides within. A woman who cultivates faith and positivity awakens her soul, strengthens her resilience, and attracts circumstances that reflect the beauty and abundance inherent in life. Faith, beloved, is not a blind belief in circumstances or in fleeting appearances. It is a deep inner knowing that the divine presence within you is guiding, protecting, and providing for your highest good. Many women struggle because they place their trust in external factors rather than in the eternal source of wisdom within. Yet the soul that trusts itself and the divine within experiences a profound peace that surpasses understanding. Begin each day by affirming, I have unwavering faith in the divine. I trust the guidance within me. Every circumstance works together for my highest good. As you impress this truth upon your subconscious mind, it accepts it as reality and orchestrates experiences, relationships, and opportunities that harmonize with this faith. Positivity is equally essential. Every thought carries a vibration, a subtle energy that the subconscious mind receives and manifests. When you cultivate positive thoughts, you create an inner environment of light, love, and possibility. Each time a negative or discouraging thought arises, gently redirect it to a positive one. Replace worry with trust, fear with courage, and doubt with confidence. Say silently or aloud, I see the good in every situation. I focus on hope, love, and possibility. I am surrounded by blessings and guided by the infinite intelligence of the divine. As you persist in this practice, the subconscious mind adopts these beliefs, and your outer life begins to reflect harmony, success, and joy. Faith and positivity are strengthened through visualization. Imagine a radiant light enveloping your entire being, a light that represents divine guidance, protection, and limitless possibility. See yourself thriving in every area of life, experiencing love, health, prosperity, and joy. Feel the emotions associated with these experiences as if they are already present. The subconscious mind cannot distinguish between vivid mental images and reality when accompanied by strong emotion, and it begins to attract circumstances that match the vision you hold. Repeated daily, visualization becomes a powerful tool to manifest your desires and align your life with divine purpose. Gratitude works hand in hand with faith and positivity. When you focus on the blessings already present in your life, you strengthen the vibration of hope and abundance, and diminish the influence of doubt, fear, and lack. Make it a practice to acknowledge every gift, large or small, and express appreciation for it. This simple yet profound habit floods your mind and heart with positivity, reinforcing faith and opening the doors for greater blessing. As you continue this practice, you notice life responding with unexpected opportunities, relentless and joys that reflect your inner state of gratitude and expectation of good. Affirmation is another critical tool. By repeating empowering statements with conviction and feeling, you impress upon the subconscious mind the certainty of success, abundance, and divine guidance. For example, I am guided by infinite wisdom. I am surrounded by love and abundance. Every day in every way, my life is filled with positivity, joy, and divine blessings. Speak these words as if they are already true, and feel the truth of them resonating within your heart. The subconscious mind responds obediently, reshaping beliefs, emotions, and behaviors to align with these affirmations. Over time, faith and positivity become not just thoughts, but a natural way of being, transforming your life from within. Faith allows you to release worry and anxiety. When a woman trusts that the divine presence within her is orchestrating her life perfectly, she no longer fears the future or clings to past mistakes. She understands that challenges are temporary, and that every situation is an opportunity for growth and divine alignment. Each time you sense fear or doubt creeping in, affirm, I release worry. I trust the guidance of the divine. All is well and all is unfolding for my highest good. As you do this consistently, the subconscious mind embraces trust, and your life flows with ease, grace, and harmony. Positivity also influences relationships and interactions with others. When a woman radiates faith, hope, and love, she attracts people who reflect these qualities. Conflicts, misunderstandings, and negativity are transformed as your inner light influences your environment. Your actions and words carry a vibration that uplifts those around you, creating harmonious connections and opportunities for mutual growth. By maintaining a positive inner state, you contribute not only to your own well-being, but to the well-being of your family, friends, and community. Beloved, it is important to understand that faith and positivity are cultivated, not forced. They are nurtured through daily practice, conscious choice, and consistent alignment with divine truth. Life may present challenges, but each moment offers an opportunity to exercise faith and choose positivity. As you persist in this practice, you find a profound sense of inner peace, clarity, and joy that no external circumstance can diminish. You recognize that the power to heal, to thrive, and to manifest blessings lies within your own mind, guided by the infinite intelligence of the divine. Finally, remember that faith and positivity are inseparable companions. Faith opens the door to divine guidance, while positivity directs your mind toward hope, love, and expectation of good. Together, they create a powerful force that transforms the soul, heals emotional wounds, and aligns your life with the abundance and joy that is your birthright. As you cultivate these qualities, you become a radiant presence in the world, attracting experiences, opportunities, and relationships that reflect the light and harmony of your inner being. Beloved, trust this truth. Your faith is your anchor, your positivity is your compass, and together they guide you toward a life of healing, joy, and divine fulfillment. Every thought, every affirmation, every visualization, and every act of gratitude strengthens this connection, impressing upon your subconscious mind the certainty of abundance and happiness. As you persist, you will notice a transformation, not only in your circumstances, but in your very sense of self. Your soul shines brightly, your heart overflows with joy, and your life unfolds in harmony with the infinite wisdom and love of the divine. Beloved, the healing of the soul is deeply intertwined with the awareness and alignment with one's life purpose. Every woman carries within her a unique divine blueprint, a sacred mission designed to express her gifts, talents, and innate wisdom. Yet so often the pressures of life, the expectations of others, and the distractions of the outer world obscure this inner calling. To heal the soul is to reconnect with this divine purpose, to awaken to the realization that your life is meaningful, significant, and infused with the power of the infinite. When a woman aligns herself with her life purpose, she experiences an inner peace, a clarity of direction, and a sense of fulfillment that cannot be attained through external achievements alone. Alignment with purpose begins with quiet reflection. Take moments each day to turn inward, to listen to the still, small voice of the soul. This voice speaks in gentle nudges, intuitive insights, and deep feelings of knowing. It guides you toward the path that is uniquely yours, revealing opportunities, relationships, and experiences that support your highest good. By cultivating this awareness, you strengthen the connection between the conscious mind and the subconscious, allowing the divine intelligence within to guide every decision and action. Affirm, I am connected with my divine purpose. Every step I take is guided by wisdom, love, and infinite intelligence. I am fulfilling the mission for which I was created. As these words impress upon your subconscious mind, your life begins to unfold in alignment with this purpose. Many women struggle with uncertainty about their true calling, often doubting their abilities or comparing themselves to others. Yet the soul does not operate through comparison. It operates through authenticity. Your purpose is not defined by external standards or societal expectations, but by the unique combination of talents, experiences, and divine inclinations within you. When you embrace this truth, you release the need for validation from the outside world and begin to trust the guidance of your inner wisdom. Every thought, feeling, and decision can then be directed toward the fulfillment of your sacred mission. Visualization is a powerful tool to reinforce alignment with life purpose. Close your eyes and imagine yourself living fully in accordance with your highest calling. See the work you do, the contributions you make, and the lives you touch. Feel the satisfaction, joy, and peace that arise as you engage in your divine mission. When this vision is coupled with feeling and belief, it is impressed deeply upon the subconscious mind, which begins to orchestrate the external circumstances that support its realization. With consistent practice, the path to your purpose becomes clearer, opportunities present themselves, and obstacles are transformed into stepping stones for growth. Faith is an essential companion on this journey. Trust in the divine wisdom that orchestrates your life, even when the path is not immediately clear or when challenges arise. Know that every experience is guiding you toward the fulfillment of your soul's mission. Affirm daily, I trust the infinite to guide me. Every experience in my life supports my growth and aligns me with my highest purpose. I am exactly where I need to be at every moment. The subconscious mind, which never questions the truth impressed upon it, begins to attract situations, relationships, and resources that reflect your life purpose. Gratitude is also critical in maintaining alignment. By appreciating the talents, experiences, and opportunities already present in your life, you reinforce the sense of divine support and abundance. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to plenty, from doubt to trust, and from confusion to clarity. Each day, acknowledge the gifts you have received, the lessons learned, and the guidance that is always available to you. This practice strengthens your inner connection, allowing you to move forward with confidence and assurance in your divine mission. Emotional and mental clarity are essential for purpose alignment. Fear, doubt, and negative thinking can obscure the path and create obstacles. By releasing limiting beliefs, nurturing positive thoughts, and cultivating faith, you create a fertile inner environment where your soul's purpose can thrive. Affirm, I release all doubts, fears, and distractions. My mind is clear, my heart is open, and my soul is aligned with divine wisdom. I am living my purpose fully and joyfully. These statements, when repeated with conviction, imprint the subconscious mind, which in turn directs thoughts, decisions, and actions toward the manifestation of your divine calling. Service and contribution are fundamental aspects of fulfilling your purpose. Every woman's life purpose is not only for her own growth, but also to uplift, inspire, and support others. By recognizing the impact you can have, whether through acts of kindness, mentorship, creative expression, or professional contribution, you connect with the universal flow of love and abundance. Service aligns the heart with the divine, bringing fulfillment and joy that transcends personal achievement. Each act of service, no matter how small, strengthens your connection with your purpose and amplifies the healing of your soul. Meditation and prayer are indispensable in maintaining alignment. By turning inward regularly, you attune to the divine guidance that flows through your subconscious mind. Meditation quiets the chatter of the conscious mind, allowing insights and intuitive understanding to surface. Prayer, expressed with faith and gratitude, communicates your desires and intentions to the infinite, creating a cooperative relationship between you and the universal intelligence. Together, meditation and prayer create a deep resonance with your life purpose, reinforcing your sense of clarity, direction, and fulfillment. Beloved, remember that aligning with your life purpose is not a one-time event, but a continuous journey. Each day, each choice, and each action can be an opportunity to refine your understanding and strengthen your alignment. Challenges, setbacks, or delays are not failures. They are lessons, guiding you toward greater wisdom and deeper insight. By trusting the inner guidance, nurturing faith, visualizing your path, practicing gratitude, and contributing through service, you awaken the soul and live in harmony with the divine plan. Finally, understand this truth. Your life purpose is sacred, unique, and divinely orchestrated. By aligning with it, you heal the soul, empower the mind, and enrich your world. Every thought, belief, and action that reflects your purpose strengthens the connection with your inner guidance, ensuring that your life unfolds in accordance with divine wisdom. Beloved, embrace your calling now, trust in your divine guidance, and allow your soul to shine brightly as you fulfill the mission for which you were created. Beloved, the soul of a woman is healed and uplifted when forgiveness and compassion become the guiding forces of her heart. These divine qualities are not merely acts of kindness toward others, but profound expressions of the inner strength and spiritual maturity that reside within every human being. Forgiveness is the release of resentment, anger, or judgment toward oneself or others, while compassion is the conscious recognition of the shared humanity and divine essence in all beings. Together, they create a transformative power that dissolves emotional burdens, restores peace, and allows the soul to shine in its natural brilliance. To embrace forgiveness and compassion is to step into a higher state of consciousness, where love replaces fear, understanding replaces judgment, and freedom replaces bondage. Many women carry hidden wounds from past experiences, relationships, or mistakes. These wounds often fester silently, influencing thoughts, emotions, and behavior in subtle but powerful ways. Anger, resentment, guilt, or self-blame can imprison the soul, creating barriers to joy, creativity, and inner peace. Yet the divine within is always ready to assist in releasing these burdens, guiding the mind toward understanding, acceptance, and healing. The first step is acknowledgement. to recognize the presence of these emotions without judgment and to choose consciously to release them. Affirm, I release all resentment, anger, and guilt. I forgive myself and others completely. I am free, whole, and at peace. Repeating these affirmations with feeling impresses upon the subconscious mind the truth of liberation and sets in motion the process of inner transformation. Forgiveness is not a favor to others. It is a gift to the self. When a woman forgives, she unchains her soul from the weight of negativity and opens herself to the flow of divine love. The subconscious mind, deeply obedient to the thoughts and beliefs impressed upon it, begins to dissolve patterns of bitterness and hostility. Old grievances lose their grip, and a sense of lightness, calm, and freedom emerges. Forgiveness allows the energy of the soul to flow unhindered, restoring balance, vitality, and clarity to the mind and body. Visualize yourself surrounded by a radiant light as you release resentment. Imagine each grievance dissolving into this light, leaving only peace, understanding, and love. The subconscious mind accepts this vision as truth and begins to align your life with this new state of grace. Compassion, likewise, nurtures the soul and expands the heart. It is the ability to recognize the struggles, fears, and hopes of others, not with judgment, but with understanding and empathy. Compassion arises naturally when the mind is connected to the divine presence within and recognizes the shared essence of life in all beings. By cultivating compassion, a woman transcends the limitations of the ego, embracing a universal perspective that fosters healing, connection, and unconditional love. Affirm, I see the divine essence in all beings. I respond with love, understanding, and compassion. My heart is open, and I am a channel of divine grace. As these words penetrate the subconscious mind, your thoughts, actions, and interactions become imbued with gentleness, kindness, and understanding. Visualization and meditation are powerful tools in the cultivation of forgiveness and compassion. Imagine the faces of those who have caused pain or difficulty, and mentally release them into a radiant light of love and understanding. See them transformed, awakened, and surrounded by peace. Feel the release of anger and judgment within your own heart, replaced by serenity and grace. Then expand this light to include yourself, recognizing your own humanity, mistakes, and divine potential. The subconscious mind accepts these visualizations as real and works to manifest harmony, understanding, and emotional freedom in your life. Over time, habitual patterns of blame, criticism, or resentment are replaced with love, tolerance, and empathy. Self-forgiveness is equally crucial. Many women are burdened by guilt or regret over past decisions, actions, or perceived failures. These thoughts, when repeated in the mind, form deeply entrenched patterns in the subconscious that limit growth, joy, and self-esteem. By consciously forgiving oneself, a woman clears these patterns, allowing the energy of love and acceptance to flow freely. Affirm, I forgive myself completely. I release all guilt, shame, and regret. I am worthy of love, peace, and joy. As these statements are repeated with feeling and belief, the subconscious mind accepts them as truth, restoring balance, confidence, and emotional wellness. Gratitude enhances the practice of forgiveness and compassion. When a woman focuses on the blessings in her life, she naturally softens her heart and opens to love. Gratitude shifts attention away from negativity and perceived wrongs, fostering a positive and harmonious inner environment. Daily acknowledgement of blessings, kindness received, and lessons learned creates a fertile ground for forgiveness and compassion to flourish. This inner shift is reflected outwardly, improving relationships, interactions, and experiences. Faith supports this process. Trust in the divine presence within assures a woman that all experiences, even painful ones, serve a higher purpose. Every challenge or conflict carries within it a lesson designed to expand consciousness, strengthen character, and cultivate love. By surrendering resentment and embracing understanding, you align with this divine wisdom. Affirm, I trust that every experience serves my highest good. I release all judgment and embrace love, forgiveness, and compassion. This faith reassures the subconscious mind, which then orchestrates life circumstances that mirror your inner state of peace and harmony. Compassion extends beyond individuals to encompass all of life. Nature, Animals, communities, and even circumstances are expressions of the divine, deserving of understanding and respect. By expanding your heart to include all beings, you dissolve barriers of separation, isolation, and judgment. Affirm, I am a vessel of love and compassion. I radiate kindness to all beings and embrace the interconnectedness of life. As these beliefs penetrate the subconscious, your life is transformed, relationships deepen, conflicts ease, and an overall sense of harmony and fulfillment emerges. Beloved, understand that forgiveness and compassion are ongoing practices, not one-time events. They require patience, persistence, and conscious attention. Each time resentment, anger, or judgment arises, acknowledge it, release it, and replace it with love, understanding, and divine perspective. Over time, these practices become second nature, and the soul experiences profound freedom and radiance. Emotional wounds heal, the mind becomes clear, and the heart shines with the light of divine love. Finally, remember this eternal truth. Forgiveness and compassion are not optional, but essential to the healing of the soul. They restore harmony, elevate consciousness, and connect a woman to the infinite wisdom, love, and grace of the divine within. As you embrace these qualities, you free yourself from the chains of negativity, cultivate inner peace, and radiate love and understanding to the world around you. Beloved, the power to heal, to forgive, and to love unconditionally resides within you. Step into this power now, and watch as your soul is transformed, your heart is uplifted, and your life blossoms in alignment with the divine light. Beloved, the ultimate goal of the healing of the soul is to live in harmony with the divine, to recognize the presence of intimate wisdom, love, and power within, and to allow that presence to guide every thought, feeling, and action. Harmony with the divine is not an abstract idea. It is a living, breathing experience, a state of consciousness in which the soul, mind, and body operate in perfect alignment with universal laws. When a woman embraces this harmony, she steps into her true power, experiences profound peace, and radiates the light of her soul into every aspect of her life. It is through this alignment that emotional, spiritual, and even physical healing becomes effortless and natural. The first step toward living in harmony with the divine is awareness. A woman must recognize that the divine is not something distant or external. It is the very essence of her being. The infinite intelligence, love, and creativity of the universe reside within her subconscious mind, guiding her, protecting her, and providing for every need. When she consciously acknowledges this presence, she begins to align her thoughts and actions with it. Affirm, I am one with the divine. The infinite wisdom and love of the universe guide me in every moment. I live in perfect harmony with the source of all life. As these words are impressed upon the subconscious mind, they awaken a deep sense of trust, peace, and confidence that flows into every experience. Faith is essential in this alignment. Trusting the divine is not passive. It is an active surrender, a conscious choice to believe that every event, relationship, and circumstance serves the highest good. Fear, doubt, and worry dissolve when a woman rests in the assurance that the divine is orchestrating her life perfectly. She understands that she is never alone, that guidance is always available, and that every challenge contains a hidden blessing. Affirm, I trust the guidance of the divine in all areas of my life. I am supported, protected, and guided toward my highest good. This faith impresses the subconscious mind, which responds with creative solutions, inner wisdom, and a sense of effortless direction in life. Living in harmony with the divine also requires conscious control of thoughts and emotions. The mind is a powerful instrument, and every thought carries energy that shapes reality. When a woman cultivates positive, loving, and constructive thoughts, she aligns with the divine presence within. Conversely, negative, fearful, or resentful thoughts create disharmony and block the natural flow of guidance and abundance. Practice mindfulness. Observe your thoughts without judgment. Redirect negativity and replace it with affirmations that reflect love, peace, and divine wisdom. Affirm, my thoughts are aligned with divine truth. I think in harmony, I feel in harmony, and I act in harmony with the divine. Over time, this practice strengthens the subconscious mind's alignment with universal laws, ensuring that life unfolds smoothly and effortlessly. Gratitude is a cornerstone of divine harmony. By expressing appreciation for the blessings already present, a woman opens the channels of abundance, joy, and inspiration. Gratitude elevates the vibration of the mind and heart, creating resonance with the infinite intelligence that governs life. Each day, acknowledge the gifts, opportunities, relationships, and lessons that grace your path. Feel deep appreciation as if they are already manifesting. Gratitude reinforces alignment with the divine, attracting more blessings and deepening the sense of peace and fulfillment. Affirm, I am grateful for the divine guidance and blessings in my life. My heart is open and I receive all good with joy and trust. Prayer and meditation deepen this connection. Through prayer, a woman communicates her desires, intentions, and gratitude to the divine, creating a conscious dialogue that strengthens trust and alignment. Meditation quiets the conscious mind, allowing the subconscious, which is directly connected to the divine, to receive and respond to impressions of faith, hope, and love. In these practices, the soul is nourished, the mind becomes clear, and the heart is uplifted. Each session strengthens the connection between the conscious self and the infinite presence within, allowing divine wisdom to flow unimpeded into all aspects of life. Compassion and service are natural expressions of divine harmony. When a woman acts with kindness, understanding, and love, she mirrors the qualities of the divine in her life. Serving others, offering support, and expressing empathy are not burdens. They are joyful extensions of living in alignment with the universal law of love. These actions cultivate inner peace and attract reciprocal blessings, creating a cycle of harmony that uplifts both the giver and the receiver. Affirm, I act in harmony with divine love. My heart is open, and I serve with joy, understanding, and compassion. The subconscious mind absorbs this alignment and manifests relationships, opportunities, and experiences that reinforce this state of grace. Living in harmony with the divine also requires releasing attachment to outcomes. Trust that the infinite is orchestrating life perfectly, even when circumstances appear uncertain or challenging. By surrendering control and embracing trust, a woman allows divine intelligence to guide her actions and decisions. She understands that every event carries purpose, and every experience contributes to growth and fulfillment. Affirm, I release all attachment to outcome. I trust the divine to guide every step of my life. All is well and all unfolds in perfect order. This conscious surrender brings peace, reduces anxiety, and strengthens the alignment between conscious intention and subconscious guidance. Forgiveness and self-acceptance are essential components. By forgiving herself and others, a woman removes obstacles that block the flow of divine energy. By accepting herself fully, she recognizes her worth and the perfection of her being as a child of the divine. These practices open the heart, allowing love, guidance, and creativity to flow freely. Affirm, I forgive myself and all others completely. I accept myself fully as a divine expression of life. I am at peace, whole, and aligned with the infinite. Repetition of these affirmations trains the subconscious mind to operate in harmony with divine principles, creating an inner state of serenity and balance. Harmony with the divine is reflected in health, abundance, relationships, and personal fulfillment. The mind and body respond to this alignment. Tension diminishes, vitality increases, and clarity emerges. Opportunities flow effortlessly. Challenges are met with wisdom, and joy becomes a natural state of being. The soul, free from fear, doubt, and negativity, radiates light that touches all aspects of life. By consciously choosing thoughts, words, and actions that reflect divine principles, a woman ensures that every facet of her existence is aligned with the infinite source of love and wisdom. Finally, understand this eternal truth. Living in harmony with the divine is both a practice and a state of consciousness. Each day presents opportunities to cultivate faith, express gratitude, act with compassion, and align every thought, emotion, and action with the divine presence within. The soul that embraces this alignment experiences profound healing, emotional freedom, and spiritual empowerment. Beloved, the power to live in harmony, to manifest peace, and to radiate divine love resides within you. Trust, practice, and allow your life to become a living reflection of the infinite. Your soul, once burdened with doubt, fear, and conflict, now shines with the light of divine harmony, guiding you toward joy, fulfillment, and the abundant blessings of the universe.